I work at a company with 30,000 people, and I'm pretty sure I have the best job. 5 years ago, we set up what was called Ignite, and it was the first corporate social impact investment fund focused on energy. I'm here to share our story because I really want to see more companies working with entrepreneurs to better our society, to make our Earth more sustainable. So, let me get started. There we go. Who is Centrica? So Centrica serves about 25 million households and businesses in the UK, North America, and or United States and Canada. We sell gas and electricity, but that's only part of our offer. We have, for example, in the UK, 12,000 engineers who drive around the country who can be plumbers, electricians, fixing your heating systems. We have the UK's largest connected homes business, where we offer connected thermostats, security cameras, door sensors. And we also work with businesses to help them be more sustainable and self-sufficient in their energy needs. For example, we might go to a hospital and we'd fix the lighting to make it more efficient. And in the basement, we'd put in a new generation plant, a new heating system, and we manage that on the hospital's behalf. So that's what Centrica does. Well, in 2013, we were in trouble. We were in trouble because the political rhetoric in the UK said, these are fat cats. They're making too much money. Our CEO was on the front page of the paper. His name was Sam, and the title was Sammy Two Pools. We really needed something to change the narrative outside our company, but also to get the morale of our employees up. People who felt down, they'd go home and they'd talk to their family members and they'd say, what's going on at your company? We wanted to change that story. So in 2013, we launched Ignite. And the challenge was, what can we do to excite our employees, bring new innovation into our business, and to have the impact on society that we wanted to have? So hopefully we have a video here.
Energy. It's what powers our world. It's what powers our ideas. And at Ignite, it's what we're all about. Ignite is the UK's first social impact investment fund to focus on energy. We're looking for the brightest business ideas that use energy to make a difference to people's lives. And we're investing money and specialist skills to help them achieve their potential. Ignite is here to help organizations and new and established projects of all shapes and sizes. So, you might be about to launch an innovative new energy product, or be working to change the way people use and generate energy in their communities or at home, with a commitment to making a positive social impact. Wherever you are on your journey, we're here to power you to success. How does it work? We're looking for 3 key ingredients: a viable business model, passionate people, and above all, a clear picture of how your business, the things you do and the ways you work, will make a positive difference to people's lives. The best ideas will be considered by Ignite's panel of business gurus for a chance to secure investment of between £50,000 and £2 million and business support. But if your idea is still a tiny spark, we can also help develop your business plan and introduce you to other budding energy entrepreneurs. Everything you need to know about making an application to Ignite is on our website, so visit ignitesocialenterprise.com and use your energy to change society.
Good. So that's the pitch that we gave to entrepreneurs to come and work with us. Well, over the past 5 years, we've invested £10 million in 18 companies you can see behind me. And I think there was 4 critical dimensions that we needed to consider as we were developing this program. And those were strategic alignment with the corporate, how we engaged with our own employees, financial return, and finally the impact that we would have. And so I wanted to pick those off in turn. So first, strategic alignment. We made a choice to make a very broad definition of energy. And so you can see behind me, on one hand, we worked with Fair For You, which are allowing families with not that much money to get financing for energy efficient appliances. We worked with Brackenburn, which is taking a nuisance plant and turning it into a fuel. And we worked with E-Car Club, that is an electric vehicle car sharing scheme. So all of these are really, it's a really broad definition of energy. None of these are products that we thought we could incorporate into our core business. And we did that because we worried. We worried that we were focused on the UK and we wouldn't find enough entrepreneurs, enough ideas to make this fund work. Well, when I look back in hindsight, the best investments we made, the ones we could help the most to be successful, were the ones that were most closely aligned to Centrica's strategy and to the expertise we had in our business. So second of all, employees. How do we engage with our employees? We chose that this was one of the most important aspects of our fund. Every year, we had about 100 employees come into our business, or come in and spend time with our entrepreneurs. So for example, at Brackenburn, we had to build a factory to make their fuel. Well, we build power plants, oil fields, large capital projects. So we have people that are really skilled in doing this. And so for 6 months, we gave them a project engineer to make sure that factory build went well. Doing this was incredibly helpful for the entrepreneurs, but we had to remember that we're not entrepreneurs ourselves. We work well in big businesses. And so we have to be clear when we send people to work with entrepreneurs, yes, help them with what you're good at, help them with what you know about, but don't pretend you know everything. And running a small business is very different from operating inside a big corporation like ours. The third thing was financial return. We chose, because we saw a need in the market, to operate at a very early stage with entrepreneurs, typically when they were teams of 2 to 5 people. This was incredibly high risk, but had the opportunity to give us high returns. But when you're working in that space, failure is inevitable. And failure for corporations is incredibly uncomfortable. We're not used to having things fail. When things aren't going well, the corporate answer is usually put more money in, put more resources in, we can fix it. Well, the problem in this space is that when you do that, you're diverting the precious resources you have away from the projects that are working well, the entrepreneurs that are growing faster and making the most impact, and you're putting it into projects that fail. So we had to learn. We had to learn hard. And for example, our investment in Brackenburn has just come out of insolvency. And so it doesn't work, and about a quarter of our projects haven't worked. So finally, impact. I'm really proud of the impact that we've had, especially the impact we've had on these entrepreneurs in our portfolio. But I always had this nagging feeling that what we were doing was on the side. It wasn't in the mainstream, and the scale of this was not aligned with the scale of our corporation. And so we ran an experiment, and I think we'll be doing more of this in the future. I ran an experiment that said, what's a big challenge facing society? And in this case, we said aging. How do people stay in their homes, live more active and fulfilling lives as they get older? And here we thought Centrica has some resources to apply. We have data from our smart meters that tell us how people are living in their homes. We have a field force that can go out, install equipment, check on somebody. And we also have a connected home business that could develop or install devices that make loved ones feel more secure in knowing that their parents or their loved ones are okay. Well, we ran this challenge. We had 150 companies come to us from around the world telling us their innovative ideas. The real impact is that we use this as a tool to change the direction at Centrica. I can tell you, we did this in March, and for 2019, active aging is at the core of our connected home strategy. We have a new product in the market targeted at carers and how we can look after them. And I expect here we might have an impact that is aligned with the scale of our business. So, let me wrap up. Juggling these 4 dimensions is incredibly difficult. It's a real challenge that many other investors or philanthropists don't have to deal with. And I shared with you our recipe. I don't believe our recipe will work for everybody or necessarily anybody else. You have to find the one that will work for you. But I do believe that we need to see more corporates working to solve the biggest challenges facing society, and that working with entrepreneurs is a necessary part of how we're going to get there. Thank you.